Bonsoir les amis, this is Llyane Stanfield and I don't want to drop you, okay. And you can find me at parisianfrench.com. Today I want to talk about how to get a bigger vocabulary. How do you deal with French vocabulary? It's a big problem for most people. And I have a client who came to me, still working with her because I'm her only resource for French conversation. So she came to me to tell me that she's learning 100 words a day. And while that is absolutely impressive, it's counterproductive because vocabulary cannot stick with us if we learn it mechanically. So my rule of thumb is always to learn it organically, and this is the reason why I always tell you with all these posts and everything that I throw at you, make the sentences, every single example, every single thing that you do in French to practice, make it so that it means something important for you, so that it reflects something in your life. Don't just put words together like in math. That works for math because that will actually give your brain a pattern. Throwing numbers back and forth and playing with them and operations and stuff like that, and that's going to give a pattern to the brain, and that's how the brain is actually going to assimilate the way math works. Well, French is not like that. It's not at all. It's the opposite. French is an art. And so you can compare French with music. So if you're playing any instrument, that's exactly how learning a language is. Means the notes in music are the words in French and grammar, and what the rules for playing music are the grammar, and then on top of all that, you don't ever think about these words and grammar or notes and rules, and you speak, you perform, you make art, you express yourself. And so the moment you see that way, and the moment French becomes an expression tool, a way you express yourself rather than science, then that's when you're going to get closer to what it's supposed to be. That's when you're going to get results much faster, and you won't get ever to the place where, oh geez, I don't find my words. So I want to say to you two things and a conclusion. So this is going to be very short, and the more detailed video is in the group. So first thing, genders. Genders are part of the words. Don't ever learn the word and then take care of the gender later. Always learn the word with its gender. And if you don't know the gender of a word that you know right now, consider it half known. So I do have a technique, a very detailed technique that I describe in the group, so please go in the group if you want to know more about this. But the rule of thumb is I'm learning the gender inside of the words. So in French, words have two words, right? Words have two parts. It's not just one word, because it's le livre and la livre. One is book, the book, one is the pound. But the technique of learning the words, considering the gender, learning the gender is in the group. I don't want to repeat that here. Unless you're interested, then you go there. The second thing, well, so what happens if I'm learning the basic vocabulary from, I don't know, Duolingo or whatever tool, because you have a lot of tools that give you basic words, but what is my next level? In order for you to get the next level of vocabulary, write a piece of your like bio or like intro, like the way you'd introduce yourself to strangers, then in English. Then get your words and translate them, and more details about this technique in the group. And that would be your second level vocabulary. And just to illustrate the fact that French has, I don't know, maybe 75 or 80% of the number of words of English has, In English, we really want to learn each word, but each word comes with a context in English. And so if I want to be make peace with the fact that French has less number of words, we don't need as many, go and find this poet, Jacques Prévert, and he is the one to refer to. He is his poems are learned by kids in the second grade to third grade because he's using very simple words, but his poetry is very profound and sophisticated, meaning that you can also speak very profoundly and sophisticated with simpler words. More details in the group. So that's all I had for you for today. I want to remind you to stay on your game and don't ever give up on your dream to become bilingual. Learn to speak Parisian French and break your language barrier. Merci beaucoup et à demain.